Athletic Director J.D. Wicker. J.D., good morning. How are you, sir?
I am well, gentlemen. How are you?
We are doing quite well this morning. So what was the most important news coming out of that noon meeting with the mayor yesterday?
I think the biggest part with us was the opportunity, to go down and sit with the mayor and discuss, San Diego State's vision, needs for Mission Valley in the future, and that he was supportive of that. As he said in his comments, he's a proud Aztec.
JD, the university sounds confident in the ability to build their own stadium, right? What can you tell us about the cost and size and what San Diego State believes they can do on their own?
Well, I think first off, and I've said it all along, our goal would be to partner with someone on a stadium. Going it alone, we could if we had to, but our first choice would be finding a partner who wants to, work with San Diego for San Diego State for the betterment of, our football program, the university, and then the community as a whole. But if need be, we feel confident that, we can go out and do a stadium on our own.
J.D. Wicker on Xtra 1360, Fox Sports San Diego. J.D., do you guys have a developer in mind? Have you had any conversations with a potential developer that you could partner with?
We've had discussions with lots of folks. There are quite a few people who are interested in the Mission Valley, property, whether they want to develop it or they want to see a open process where everyone gets a shot at presenting what they think that Mission Valley property should look like. Because again, we get one bite at the apple. This is 166 acres that sit really in the heart of the city that we're going to get one shot at. So we've talked with lots of folks, and yesterday we were fortunate enough to sit down with the mayor and outline, those items that are important to San Diego State as we move forward.
Aztecs Athletic Director John David Wicker with us on Xtra 1360 Fox Sports San Diego. JD, have things been complicated by President Elliot Hirschman stepping aside in a matter of months? We didn't hear many quotes from him yesterday. Have you somewhat taken the lead on this?
Obviously it's a little bit of a hiccup with Elliot's announcement, but San Diego State turned 120 years old. I think it was last week or the week before. San Diego State's going to be here for another 120 years. So those of us that are, on campus are going to use a football analogy. We're going to pick up the ball and we're going to run with it. We've got a great team on campus. We've got, great friends in the community. So not too concerned that we're not going to be able to keep this moving forward.
JD, in the proposal that you guys presented to the mayor yesterday, 12 acres would be set aside for the stadium itself. And then 47 acres was kind of the entire proposal. I guess my question would be, according to the Union Tribune, the highest actual average attendance for San Diego State football over the past 7 seasons was 28,274 in 2011. The team has drawn crowds of more than 30,000 to only a quarter of the 44 home games that it's played in that time. Is this more about the stadium, or is it more about the land and being able to develop the university over the years coming?
It wasn't a proposal. It's more, of what the mayor asked what our needs are, and this is a vision for what that is. And it is twofold. Obviously, we understand where the city is with Qualcomm and that it's an older stadium. And we would love to get out of that into a right-sized stadium, which obviously is beneficial to the city as well. Our crowds have varied from large to not so large. But if you put it into a right-sized stadium, let's say 35,000, 35 to 40, and you've got video boards, you've got ribbon boards, you've got a more intimate environment, you've got all the pieces that go with it. We don't see that being a problem. The analogy was thrown out yesterday with the basketball program going from the sports arena to Viejas, and you look at what that is. You look at Viejas today, well, that's what I want out of a football stadium, and you can get that with a right-sized stadium. I've also made it very clear, and I think, Nick, we had the conversation at when you were inducted into the Hall of Fame. what it means to the athletic department for the university to continue to grow, I need, selfishly from athletics, we need the university to become that top 50 research institution so that then we can elevate up to, the likes on an academic standpoint with the schools in the Pac-12, the schools in the Big 12, or whatever that might be. And then that's also very beneficial to the community of San Diego.
JD, where's the relationship between the university and FS investors?
We have had various conversations with them, obviously, over the past year plus, just as we're having conversations with other folks currently. So there's some good friends to San Diego State and the FS group, and, again, we're interested in a process that's best for San Diego State and best for the community as a whole.
Is there any interest in the FS investors have set aside 15, 16 acres for the potential return of an NFL team? Is there any interest in that acreage as it relates to San Diego State's aspirations for a stadium? We laid it out yesterday. 12 acres, free and clear to build a right-sized stadium for us is what's best for San Diego State.
JD, when obviously you're making decisions best for the university, but there are a lot of people that are interested in the MLS, not only Aztecs football, but also a Major League Soccer team. Again, we lost an NFL team, and I'm also in the belief that all sports will be better with more sports going on in San Diego. Do you have any vested interest in there being an MLS team at the Mission Valley site, or are you virtually only focused on Aztecs football and the campus in itself, the university?
No, I think I've made it clear. I would love to partner. That is my first, that would be my first choice. I want to partner with someone. If it's MLS, that's great because that's another, however many dates a year that the stadium is busy and it's generating revenue and it's helping to pay for the stadium. I've said it many times. I want to put as many events as I possibly can in that stadium because it's good for the community because it's more options, more opportunities, but it also helps pay for the stadium as well. So, if I'm able to partner or we're able to partner on a stadium, then, that cuts the cost in half.
Have you had any talks with the Manchester Group or with JMI Realty recently?
Again, we've been talking to anyone that has an interest in Mission Valley over, the past couple days, the past couple weeks, the past year or so. We're open to talking to folks that, can create the best use of that 166 acres for, the community and for San Diego State.
John David, Nick and I don't know if this is one for you, but we're just curious. Who pays for the removal of the queue? There's a lot of cement there.
That's a detail that has not been worked out.
Okay.
And also about the Riverfront Park there, that Waterfront Park. Would San Diego State or would the developer that partners with San Diego State be in charge of developing that?
Again, that's, we're talking to folks about what they want to do, and, it would be working with a developer, whichever developer, to figure out what that plan is, and obviously the city is going to have a part in that as well, and again, understanding what is the best development for the Mission Valley site and, giving people, giving everyone the option to discuss that and lay out their plan for it.
JD, do you feel like we're moving closer to a conclusion?
I would hope so. Obviously, the quicker that, we can get moving on this, then the quicker that, we can develop the property, we can, work on a right-sized stadium for San Diego State. Trust me, we're itching to get into a stadium that works great for San Diego State football and would work great for any other partner because it's going to be exciting for San Diego.
JD, for the folks out there who may be considering signing that FS Investors initiative that's floating around outside of grocery stores and Targets, why is it important to factor in San Diego State into the conversation?
Well, San Diego State as a whole is an economic driver for the entire community. I think 50 to 60% at least of our graduates graduate from here and then work in the community. So they're turning around, they're contributing to the community, they're paying taxes in the community, they're raising their children in the community, which is all very important. And then, we have the opportunity to grow research, to attract, corporate interests, startups, entrepreneurs, whatever that might be. And, the bigger and better San Diego State is, that's a driver, into the community.
J.D. Wicker, thank you for the time. We appreciate it. We look forward to talking to you soon.
Absolutely, guys. Appreciate the time.